All right, hell yeah. So if you've never done this, if you can find just a small little wave to side surf, you can just get down into the bottom of your boat. So I'm just kind of sitting on the floor of my boat, and it's actually the most surfy. Now, what I'm gesturing with my hands is I'm pushing down with my feet. And this is something that I learned at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte in my RMR Fat Cat. And let's watch this a couple more times, because I was able to push down on the floor with my feet, and you get different dynamics. You can feel that part of the boat weight, and that's what you want, especially when you're trying to release the tube maybe, or put weight down on on the low side so it surfs back in. But it's actually, the dynamics of it are so strong that it's something that you should be aware of, and something that you can do. So even when I paddle R1, I'm trying to not just sit on the outer tube with all my weight, but I'm even trying to get weight on my feet while I'm doing certain paddling strokes. I'm even, making sure my feet sometimes are at the far corners when I paddle, just so I can weight differently. And that works great for shifting your weight from one side to the other when doing body shifts. But even just in paddling, shifting your weight just by instantly switching what foot is in contact, and has weight underneath it, it's huge. Because these R1 boats, they only weigh about 60 pounds, and you know what I mean? You're going to be the heaviest thing in there. And so just adjusting your feet and the weight has surfing dynamics and just dynamics in general. All right. And if you've never done a side surf and then sat in the bottom, it's amazing, because now what's happening is you're pushing down the floor, and then the outer tubes kind of act like sponsons. They don't bite in as much, and the water can release underneath those tubes, and where you are is heavily weighted on that wave, and then also that prevents you from getting kicked out up and over a wave. So we can kind of talk about when you're stuck in a wave, you physically can't move through the water. The only way, the water is trying to forklift you up and over, but literally it's like you have to be forklifted up and over, and that's the what's holding you in there. Just the fact that weight can't just easily get up over that pile. So this really focuses all that weight right on the floor and right in the best position, not on an outer tube, not on this tube where it's out of the pile. And so that's just kind of interesting. I actually never even thought of that, because there's only two typical locations you can be. You can be on this tube, it'd be too low sided. You could be over here, but on the small wave you just get pieced out. And so just adjusting your weight to the floor can be critical, especially in these side surfs, and just to be aware of that. And so, and even when I'm doing spins, I can again push down on the floor with my feet to feel that surf down into that trough. All right, I think I'm done with this one, but thanks for joining me. Hell yeah.